Hey, okay, we're back. How you doing, everybody? It's Uncle Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce for the 3 o'clock hour, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, Wednesday, May the 19th, 2021. We're here for the final hour of trading today and the first hour of the aftermarket. And it's been quite an eventful day here today, and it's been an interesting last couple of hours watching this market really gyrate a lot. First of all, the Fed came out. The so-called minutes for the Fed were released, and I don't know if everybody here who watches me all the time, if you know what that means, but basically the Federal Reserve Board of Governors will get together, and they usually meet, I think it's once a month, to discuss the economy, money supply, interest rates, inflation, the whole thing, and they sort of then decide, as they talk to each other, they decide whether they're going to make any changes to interest rates or not, what their plans are, what their thoughts are, short term, medium term, long term. And the minutes are released a few weeks after the meeting is held. These are very sensitive meetings. These kinds of meetings and these minutes are very much anticipated by bond traders, currency traders, government officials around the world. These are secret chats that, boy, wouldn't you love to be a fly in the wall to listen to this? And they released them a few weeks after because they don't want to create too much drama around it. But even when these are announced, this has an effect on markets. It can have a good effect or a bad effect on the stock markets, depending on whether the market is anticipating what they're going to do the right way or not. The stock market and the bond market and the currency market, everything, it's all emotion. It's all based on emotion, human emotion. And so if the stock market is nervous that interest rates might go up, the first hint or first sign that there might be an interest rate move will confirm it, and the worst fears will set in. And the markets will react now about what the Fed might start doing 6 months from now. If the Fed indicates that, or the market and the world thinks that the Fed is going to ease interest rates or keep interest rates low, then that could be good for markets or neutral or what have you. And so currencies can move dramatically against various other currencies, depending on how their balance of payments are going and their economies. It's just a very, very twitchy crowd. I mean, we're talking twitchy here. Passy, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. Appreciate it, Carpin. Thank you, Passy, for joining in. So what happens is the minutes come out, and then everyone starts to interpret the minutes, because there's a new game. Like, as soon as the minutes are released, the game is, what do they mean by that? So it's not like you ask your best friend in high school, hey. You think that girl likes me? And he'll say, well, I'll ask my sister to ask her whether she likes you or not. And so, the guy goes to her sister and says, hey, listen, can you ask that girl whether, she likes Jerry or not? And so the girl will kind of go over there and say, hey, how you doing? Yeah, it's good. Hey, do you know my brother Bobby? Oh yeah, I know brother Bobby. His best friend's Jerry. You know Jerry? Oh yeah, he's okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. We'll see you later. Okay, bye. She comes back to the brother and goes, yeah, she says he's cool. What does she mean by that? So his buddy goes back to his buddy and says, hey, Jerry, my sister says that that girl says she thinks you're cool. What does she mean by that? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Should I ask her out? What are we going to get married? What's going to happen now? There's a dance coming up. Should I ask her for the dance? What if she says no? And that's what happens at the Fed meeting. The Fed meeting it happens, the minutes come out. Everyone reads the minutes and tries to figure out what they meant by that. And the markets react. Well, when the Feds came out, just before the Fed meetings came out, the market actually had been not doing too badly. The Dow at that point in time was sitting at around 33,856, and then it meandered all the way down to 33,685, a 150-point drop. Then about 10 minutes later, it came back to be up to 829 again. It almost got back to where it was at 856. And now it's gone all the way back down to 33,661. So we went from here to here to here to here. And the more they're reading into it, the more they realize maybe whatever they're hoping, they're thinking isn't good enough or what have you, and there's more concern. I, I'm just fascinated by the whole thing and how twitchy everybody gets about it. And we're talking about, you know, in the case of the market moving a couple hundred points, that's hundreds of billions of dollars of wealth. Just everyone's wondering. The bottom line is simply this. There's so much money sloshing around the U.S. economy and so much cash held by the American consumer in their bank accounts. Interest rates aren't going anywhere. There's no way interest rates are going anywhere unless you're a lousy borrower. You're not going to have to pay a high rate of interest. If you're a lousy borrower, you always have to pay a high rate of interest. Doesn't matter how good the economy is, how bad the economy is. But the U.S. economy, the U.S. Treasury does not want high interest rates right now because they're not yet satisfied with the recovery. They're happy about how the recovery is going, and they know the economy is getting better, and they understand that the viruses are dropping, and they know all that. But you're not back to normal yet, and that's what they're watching for. We're not back to normal. There are still 8 to 9 million jobs in America that have not come back yet, and so we're going to keep money cheap to keep business expanding and borrowing, giving them the environment to encourage them to borrow and expand their factories, their retail operations, their whatever they're doing, to hire people, because there are people to hire. And that's what we want. The economy is not overheating at all. And so that policy remains in place. And over in Europe, I can tell you they watch the minutes, and in Asia, they watch the minutes. They want to know what the big boy on the block is thinking. And the big boy on the block is the Federal Reserve of the United States government. That is the big boy on the block. And that's why whenever the chairman of the Fed speaks, says anything, how you doing? Fine. What do you mean by that? When he said fine, did he say fine or did he say fine? Was he smiling? Was he grumpy? Did he have his arms closed? They want to know anything about this guy. And so the chairman of the Fed is really scrutinized, along with the governors. They're all very heavily scrutinized for any reaction, what have you. There's what happens at the Fed, just for those of you who don't know. And this is every month, the same thing. And we'll find out in the next 2 weeks whether or not interest rates change or not. They usually set the policy every month. They're not moving interest rates anywhere. They're going to keep them down here, and they're going to keep it low, so that money is cheap to borrow. The same thing is happening in Europe, in the Bank of England, and most other economies around the world. Money is cheap on purpose from central banks to keep business rolling, because this is a pandemic we've been in, and we're not finished with this yet, and we haven't fully recovered economically from it yet, and no one's going to be left behind. So that's the deal. Now, you would think that with that kind of a policy, and with that kind of an attitude, oh, the markets would be soaring. You'd be thinking, oh, this is going to be great. Companies like General Motors can borrow a bunch of money for little bits of money, not too expensive to borrow, and they can build new factories and hire up all kinds of people, and let's get business rolling. But it's not happening because the economy is sputtering, trying to reopen. And this is what, like a car engine that hasn't run for a while, you kind of start it, and you might need to jump start it to give it some juice through the battery, but even then it's not firing on all cylinders, and even then it's running rough. And right now the U.S. economy is running rough in certain places, including the announcement that just came out about an hour ago, and not even half an hour ago. Ford Motor Company is shutting down a whole bunch of plants for at least 10 or 15 days because of a shortage of computer chips across every car and truck they make. They are virtually stuck. They cannot move forward and keep producing cars right now they're producing cars to 95% completion, and they have to stop. And they've gone as far as they can go. They got partial cars and trucks all over the darn place, and that's it. We can't keep going like this. We have to stop now. We have to wait for arrival of chips in bulk so we can fire up our plants again. So this is a shutdown that doesn't help the U.S. economy. It doesn't help suppliers to Ford. Think about how many companies supply parts to the Ford Motor Company, and then how many companies rely on the Ford Motor Company to ship their trucks from their factories to the dealerships. How many dealerships are counting on these products to come in? How many customers are waiting? And on it goes. It goes down the line, and this is a serious issue. And this is not going to be the only company announcing similar issues. And I kind of wonder if the economy as a whole across the U.S. and other countries are going to have certain segments of their economies slowing down or shutting down for a while due to a lack of parts. The supply chain, we keep talking about this. I keep bringing this thing up. The supply chain is in trouble, and we are now how do I say this? The modern world, this modern world we're in today in 2021, is a just-in-time modern world, and everything comes in just in time. And the best run companies, the most efficient run companies, have virtually no inventory on hand. They have unbelievable sales, incredible demand, but they don't have any inventory sitting in their warehouses because it arrives the day they need it or the week they need it. There is none of this, oh, we got the inventory, we had 5 months, we're just finishing it off. No, none of that kind of stuff. Retail stores like Costco and Walmart and Target and other exceptional retailers, these outfits have just-in-time merchandise in their stores. They want certain merchandise when they need it and not a week before. And after the sale is over, whatever, they want it out. They want what didn't sell out of there. I want that square footage that I reserved for that merchandise now to be for the next item that's going to take this space, because floor space is precious inside a retail store. I ought to know that. I've run several retail stores in my lifetime, watched my father run them. And what you figure out quickly is your top selling stuff is in the primo location of your store that has the highest traffic because it has the highest turnover of merchandise. Your crap, stuff you can't sell or stuff that's a year or two old, that's more in the back in the discount bin. And you get your bargain hunters going back there, but it's only 1 in 10. But 9 out of 10 customers, what's new? What did you bring in? And whether it's sports cards, comic books, musical instruments, it doesn't matter. They want to know what's the newest stuff you got, and you're showing them off the newest, greatest stuff, and you're turning that stuff over as quick as you can at full margin, and that's what pays the bills around these firms. With retailers like Target and Walmart and Costco, you'll notice when you go into a Costco store, even on a weekly basis, what are you doing? You're looking for what's new. You're constantly going to Costco. What's new? What's new this week? And in the front, the first 200 feet of a Costco store, it's all new stuff, or it's stuff on sale, or stuff on a clearance, or stuff with a rebate, or whatever have you. And that's high volume. Let's get it out of here right now stuff. And eventually you get into the depth of the deeper part of the Costco store, and then you see their regular stuff that they always have available on top of that. But of course, with the changing seasons, Costco stores change their merchandise out all the time. Toys explode in November. Toys everywhere in November. But come January, toys are gone. There are no more toys. It's all over. That's how this game works, man. Christmas and not Christmas. Rod Beddings, thank you for this donation. If a hedge fund and a market maker collude, or if a fund was both a hedge fund and a market maker like Citadel, could they reduce short interest by hiding it in short exempt volume? Boy, I no idea, Rod. That one, I don't even know what short exempt volume means. I really don't know what that term means. Can't help you there. Collude, that's a funny word. Lawyers love that one. Prosecutors love that word. Are you a prosecutor, Rod? Are you a prosecutor wannabe putting people in jail? I don't know, my friend. Collude and hoodwink and shift. I got to tell you, a lot of you folks have to understand something about the markets. You guys who play the stock market and watch me talk about the stock market, you have thousands of dollars. Some of you have millions. None of you who are watching me are billionaires. I don't think there are any billionaires that are watching me, and there's no one here watching me that runs a hedge fund worth hundreds of billions of dollars. I mean, nothing. So I'm talking to small investors, and you got to understand something, folks. The Citadels of the world and the hedge funds of the world, a hedge fund that wants to short stock or go against a company's securities, thinking they're going to go down in value. These guys are larger most of the time than the companies they're attacking. So as big as GameStop is, and it's right now a company at $12.8 billion market cap as of last night's close. There are hedge funds who believe that GameStop shares are too high priced, and they're worth $40 billion. So they're triple the size of GameStop, and they're going to short maybe 1 million shares. And 1 million shares short at 165 is a $165 million bet. And they got to put up 165 million or whatever it is on top of the 165 that's brought in when they sell this stuff short. This is chump change for these guys. And if they're wrong and it goes up $100 a share and they lose 100 million, that's chump change for some of these guys. Now, we heard about how Melvin and other hedge funds had lost billions of dollars back in January when the stock went from $5 a share, $20 a share to, $400 or $500 a share. We heard that. Yeah, of course. But that's not the case now. The case now is the stock has been in this 150 to 180 range lately for the last couple of months. And there's a lot of turnover happening here, not in heavy volume, but there's always turnover going on. And so if anyone is taking a short position on GameStop, they're likely buying puts on the open market for nowhere near $100 million. I mean, they're buying out of the money puts, expecting the stock to go down to the money and beyond their price. And they're probably buying puts that are good for a year from now. And that's not affecting the day trading on this stock. The puts will go up in value if the stock drops. Like today, we're off 1488, and yesterday afternoon we were 189. We're now 165. So we're $24 lower than yesterday afternoon. A lot of put players are happy today. They're really happy guys because GameStop was giving up $24. But they didn't put up $200 million to buy puts. I mean, they're not buying, they're putting up $1 million, $1.5 million. 99% of the players who are playing against your GameStop shares are using millions of dollars. Yes, tens of millions even, sure. But they're not using billions of dollars to bet against this company. They can leverage their bets using puts, as an example, till the cows come home. And so this collusion and this kind of stuff that's being referred to here, it's kind of like, not non-existent stuff. There's failure to deliver. Yeah, absolutely. There's failure to deliver stock, and there's naked shorting, and there's naked option writing going on. Yep, there's that. There are those who do that. But again, this is done by outfits that can afford it, and they can handle 10 times the loss easily, if not 100 times the loss. Their pockets are so deep. They also have ways to shelter themselves against getting caught on a position where, if you're short, if you've written a bunch of calls naked, or you shorted a bunch of stock and you're now short stock and it starts to go up in price, you can buy calls against it to shelter for the next, week or 10 days or month or 3 months. You can just buy calls that are good for 3 months and ride the wave, and then whatever you make on the calls offsets what you lost on your short sale. If you're short, you say you're short, just bring it down into your level. You're short 1,000 shares. Let's suppose one of you guys is short 1,000 shares. You can buy 10 call options, which equals 1,000 shares long, to offset the loss. Or if you see the market really rocking, just going higher like a rolling stone, you can buy 50 calls. Now you're long 5,000 shares in calls, but you're short 1,000 shares in stock. Well, you're going to make 5 times as much money on the way up as you would on the way down. So if you're right and the market takes a good shot, the money you make on those calls will more than offset what you lost on your short sale. And you might still ride the short sale anyway. You'll take the profit from all those calls and short another 1,000 shares when it tops out. And you hope the stock comes back halfway where it came from or all the way, and you'll score a gain that way. There are hedge funds out there who are short tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of shares in all kinds of different stock if they target certain companies. And they may well be on options on the opposite side from time to time, depending on heavy days. Today, it's a heavy bad day. It's just a down day for the market. So there's no need to worry about buying call contracts to ride a high wave. But tonight, in the next 20, 30, 40 minutes, there might be a bunch of hedge funds buying call options on a whole bunch of stocks that they're short on because they're thinking tomorrow morning there might be a relief rally to start the day. And if the Dow wants to pop up a couple of hundred points right off the get, these guys are long calls again on stock that they're short all over the place, and they're happy tonight. They're all going, yeah, they're all down, but they're not buying them back. They're going to maintain the short position. They'll buy short-term call positions. They might sell them 3 hours into the market tomorrow morning, scoop a little gain on the call options, take the money off the table, and just hold their stock positions short and wait for another down dip. This is going on all the time. And these hedge funds have dozens and dozens of employees, analysts, internal observers, experts. They have the computer programs that are measuring the volatility of these stocks, which change by the hour, by the trade, by the day. They're so ahead of us. We're nothing compared to these guys as far as sophistication goes. But being colluders and shysters and stuff, I won't read that. I'm not going to read too much into that. But it sounds good, and it sure sounds good, and it sure kind of gets you wondering, oh, what are they up to? What's going on here? Anyway, there you go. Sorry, don't want to disappoint anybody, but these guys are pretty sharp people. Here we go. It looks like IPOE is up from its nap. We had a little shot there while I was off the air. The IPOE, I don't know if you noticed it, but it had this lovely little run here today. This is the opening here. It was down this morning, then went up, and it came down. And then thank you, Scott Coleman. Thank you, Scott, for your donation. It just came in. It meandered along here. And then right here, just before it came on the air, it took a real shot up here. And the stock went up to like 1746 from something like 1680. It was like a 60-cent shot. Backed off again and stopped coming on again. 1726 on IPOE, up 41 cents on the day. So good day for those of you into IPOE, which is going to become SoFi, having a very good day. In a lousy day, this stock is performing beautifully. It is the shining star of your portfolio probably today. GameStop right now is 166. The low of the day, 164.15. Volume 4.29 million, very quiet. 64.15 is the low. If it goes up 15 cents, it's up $2 from its low of the day. So it's been kind of meandering around the low level mostly the last couple of hours, say since about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Over on AMC, the news is not good there either. It is $12.33, down $1.70. The low of $12.14. And so just sitting 10, 15, 20 cents away from the low of the day, meandering along now for a couple hours, also along the low trough. And 80 million volume, which is down. This is less volume than we've had lately. We were at 200 volume a few days ago, 160, 150 million the other day, now 80. And so this party is over at the moment for AMC. It is beginning to wind down, and the stock is losing gas. And for those of you out there who thought there was going to be a mega squeeze at any moment, the whole bunch of YouTubers were calling, today's the day, tomorrow's the day. It's all happening. It's not happening. It got to $15.50 in the pre-market a couple days ago, or the aftermarket, and now it's $3 below that and still looking weak at this point. You make up your reason why, but I just come back to the fundamentals of the company, and that's all I have to say about that. All right, let's move on. I don't want to make anybody mad here. What can I say? Good afternoon, Michelle Rodriguez. Welcome, everybody. And I'm glad you're here. Jane Doe, at least I bought the dip. GameStop shares at 155.08. Beautifully done if you got them the other day. That cheap. Way to go. What can I say? We're now down 273 on the Dow, which is, believe it or not, better than most of the day. But we're still down 274. I don't know in the next 30 minutes what kind of a rally we get on this Dow market or not, whether this peters out or there's a power rally here. Again, on people, institutions, bargain hunting, looking for deals at the end of the day. Maybe that's what's going on. 166.65 on GameStop, down $14 a share here. We're at 166.92. Maybe we'll go through 167. Maybe there's a little rally coming here for GameStop. Don't know. 12.41 on AMC, 11.10 on Gores. And other than that, our fifth wall acquisitions are up 22 cents to 10.58. So that's better performer for one of our SPACs. Vanek Vector Semiconductor Fund having a good day, up 350. They were as low as 223.96 this morning. 223.96. Let's call it 224. They're 233 now. That's a $9 move on the Vanek Vectors from low to high, or from this morning to now. And that's pretty good move. That is a nice recovery. That's a nice snapback. So it's obvious that a bunch of computer chip makers are getting a boost. Though there was a release today from the U.S. government talking about a proposal for a bill to fund the computer chip business with a $50+ billion fund. GameStop right now, 167.30, just passed through 167. So the computer stocks, those chip makers seem to be having a better day. Home Depot down $4, IBM down $1, Microsoft off 15 cents. It's almost even on the day. Apple down 45 cents. Both stocks have been rising since this morning to come back to the break-even line. Tesla has been coming up since this morning's opening trades. The low today, 546, now at 560. So $14 better than this morning. That brings it still down $17, but it was down 31 at the low. And that is all we have for Tesla so far. We'll see in the last 20 minutes if the rest of this market and Tesla can improve on this movement or not. Cruise lines are down today. Amazon is down $9. Facebook is up $2.90. It's been up now for about 3 hours. Google is up $5.94. It turned the corner in the last hour. And Target has been holding the gain all day, $10 at $216. They had record numbers for their recent quarter. Very good quarterly financials. 167.24.34 on GameStop. That is $3 higher than the low of the day at this point. We're going to need much more. We're going to need about $3 or $4 more from this to show me that there's any kind of a rally happening here, because this can evaporate in 15,000 shares. It can evaporate. We'll have to see if there's some real buying coming to GameStop to pick up the slack here. It needs to break about 172, 173 to really bust back out to the morning's early run, but it's going to need a $6 run to really do that. I don't know if it's got it in it. We've got 33 minutes to go. I've seen it all, but I don't know where we're going to really be at here. So there you are, folks. This is the way it is going. It is the way it is. We are seeing what we're seeing. I tell you, I don't know. We're trying to stay on top of this market here and see what happens. The Dow down 275, 276. It's kind of stalling out here. And S&P down 25. NASDAQ down 39. That's an improvement for sure, which is reflected in the Apple stock, Microsoft stock, Google stock. You can see what I mean. The FANG stocks have improved. But the rest of the market has not really joined in. Oil down $2.15 a barrel to 63.34. That's a little bit of good news there. IPOE again up a little higher now, 17.35. The high of the day, 17.74, which was right on the opening, right in the first 20 minutes of the opening. It just took a shot. Then it backed off to 17-ish, a little under, around 17, and now back to 17.36, up 56 cents on 4.1 million shares. Very good day for IPOE, and it's been a better run, since last Friday. So nice to see this little pop here. 167.39 on GameStop. AMC 1240, and there we are. All righty. Welcome one, welcome all. Let's go. Any more comments here I need to read here? Thank you. Sorry to keep pestering, Bruce. Andy says, I sent you a super chat more than 5-10 minutes ago. Let me see if I can find it. Let me take a look and see if I can find your chat. Been kind of hectic here. So let me see. Go there, and we'll go there. And there we are. Andy, I found you. Okay, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Bruce, have you studied the SPAC FRX? It's merging with Beachbody on demand. I've invested in 100 shares at $9.91. Have you explored the SPAC? I have not. I have heard of Beachbody on demand. I've heard of it, and it's been a rumored deal for a while. I don't know how it's going to go for you. I don't know the details of the deal. I know nothing about it, so I have no more nothing I can really dig up for you at this moment in time. I just have nothing here, and thank you for your question though. But it's good to see. It's always good to see SPACs merging with target companies. That's always a good sign. You can tell that you have to know a lot of due diligence was done on both parties to come to an agreement, and hopefully the street will like it, and the stock will react positively. But if they've just announced the deal now, then you've got to know it's a 90-day hold at least before they are completed and trading on the exchange as a paired up company. We have that experience with the SPAC that I've been following here. I mean, we had an extra 30 days added on to our timing because the SEC decided to change the rules and filing requirements for every SPAC out there. And so every SPAC had to go back to make changes and refile and get the SEC to accept the filings. And now these entities can go ahead with their mergers. And that's just what's beginning to happen with some of our SPACs that we're following, like IPOE and Gore's, VGAC, Virgin Group, and with Fortress Value, FAII. They've done they're now doing their shareholder meetings to vote through. I'm waiting for Gore's Holdings to talk about their deal, but I haven't heard it yet. But I've been anticipating it's close. It's got to be really close, and I'm just waiting for any day for that company to announce their shareholder meeting to vote their deal, and the same with Vector Acquisition and Navside Holdings and Starboard Value. We got a bunch of them here, and so we're all waiting for this to happen. All right, 167.55 on GameStop with 28 minutes to go. We've had a bit of an improvement here. Hopefully, this will continue a little stronger. Boy, it would be nice. Zach, thank you for the donation, the super sticker. Thank you. Let's see. What's going on? My brother tried to get me to go for the Beachbody bet. He was in early on the CCIV too, but held through the crazy high when he should have cashed out. There you go. 167.47, and we did touch 167.77. That's a good sign. And I, for one, welcome the SEC rule change, says Max. I think it'll shake out the shysters and people using their celebrity to pump. We'll see. Time will tell. Let's see. And then FRX has been making announcements on ads to compete with Peloton Interactive, live classes, etc. this week. Very good. Let's see. GameStop, she wants to blow, but they won't let her. It's so crazy, the shenanigans. 167.44 right now, down 13.23 on the stock, with 27 minutes left in the day is where we're at right now. Volume on GameStop today is 4.4 million. We're just not getting serious volume on the stock. If serious buy volume were to come in, it would move, but we're not. It's not attracting it. The stock is not attracting buy volume. There certainly is no panic by any shorters to cover. None that I can see. It was 189 yesterday afternoon. It's 167. No one wants to buy it back. Not in a hurry anyway. So whatever short position was rumored to be out there is not reflecting on the stock. AMC now at 1237. Just not able to really catch fire at 82 million shares. That's you'd think with 82 million shares they would have something good. They're down $1.66, so it's all negative, unfortunately today for the AMC crowd. It's lots of volume. 100 million in, is that 100 million in stock? No, $1 billion in stock. $1 billion in stock trading, and it's down $1.66. So unfortunately. That's what we've got. 167.51 on GameStop right now. Alrighty. What else is happening? Brian Holt says, hey, Uncle Bruce, if we book a weekend session with you, can you be our virtual personal trainer? Well, I'll tell you, I'll be sitting right here talking to you, but I won't be doing any weights while I'm doing it. Okay, you're not going to see me pumping iron while I'm talking to you. I'm just going to be listening attentively to you, to listen to what you have to tell me, what your situation is, and then try to help you out. So it's kind of like a training session, but it's more like, intellectual, an intellectual training session. How about that? And it's enjoyable. We have laughs. It's fun, but we try to make it as interesting as humanly possible. Anyway, there you go. John Van says 7.8 million volume. I think that was yesterday, wasn't it? Today, 4.5 million. Very quiet compared to yesterday. Jonathan, thank you for this super sticker, $4.99. Thank you, man. That's beautiful. Appreciate that, everybody. 17.18 on IPOE, slumping just a tad. 167.89 now on GameStop. Can it reach 168? It's now 168.05. There's another dollar breached for GameStop with 25 minutes left in the day. Can it mount a bit of a rally here? It seems to be doing a bit of a rally in the last 40 minutes or so. Can it mount a charge? Jay Ray, yeah, overpriced BS similar to Herbalife. I can join and then instantly become a coach. Let's see, 168. We're watching that. Barbells with Bruce. There you go. There you go. It's not like I couldn't use the workout, but I'm not interested in doing the workout. What can I say? Are we going to the moon? Tony wants to know. Are we going to the moon here? Like butter. 168 was like butter, and it did go away. What can I say? The only downward dog for Bruce is when he hits up a Costco for a hot dog soda combo. Gen 2, 168.14 on GameStop. At the current momentum, we'll close around 172. There's the free thinker's guess. Jonathan, Bruce, when you mentioned Fortress Value, is that FVT or FAII? FAII. That's Fortress. Fortress Value is the name of the company. Acquisition Corp number 2. Fortress Value Acquisition Corp 2. That's why it's FAII. The two Roman ones. That's the deal. Volume of 141,000 today on Fortress, trading between 995 and 997. They're holding it right in that range. The meeting is June the 15th, the shareholder meeting. That'll go through. This deal will happen, but that's where it's at right now. So you can get in now, grab your options going forward, get them now while they're cheap, while the stock is quiet, before the street knows what's really going on entirely. Because at the moment, most of the New York market does not know what's happening. They're not paying attention to. They don't pay attention to these deals until after they're done. They're done and listed. Then they pay attention. Okay. Free thinker McJones. See how my reverse psychology worked? You're welcome. Derek J. Tony. I pulled my pants down and the cheeks are on the glass. Now what? We're mooning. Oh my gosh, we're mooning. Oh my God, that poor Doge has been taken behind the woodshed. The poor Doge. Oh my gosh, can IPOE really hit $100 a share? I mean, really? Well, any stock can hit $100 a share. Any stock can. Just have to have the right situation. Auntie says yes. 168.28 is where we were at on the stock for GameStop for a moment. We're 167.73 right now. Derek is saying we've heard 400 in 2 years, $400 in the next 2 years. So I've heard that. The whisper rumors 400. Just got my IPO proxy vote materials for the SoFi merger, says Calvin. Out there, it's going out there. A lot of people have already received it, are getting it now. They're voting it through. They're approving the takeover. Absolutely. Let's see. Auntie says, 1984 IPO could go up to 100. It could also not go above 100. We just don't know, but it can. How much is that Doge in the window? Let's see. Yep, there you go. 167.66 right now, last trade, as we continue to move along here. Austin, IPO vote is in as well. I'm doing my part too. There you go. John Van. Bruce is a steam room kind of guy. Did he ever tell you about the Tom Jones and that one steamy night? It was in the afternoon. He was on stage later that night. He didn't give me free tickets. But he's a nice guy and all. It's all right. Sweats like the rest of us, just so you know. Anyway, what can I say? 17.31 on IPOE, up 51 cents. 167.74 on GameStop with 21 minutes to go. AMC at 12.40. That's where we're at. The Dow down 284, seems to be just flatlining here in the end. S&P down 26, NASDAQ down 48, oil down 204 a barrel. That's what we've got. Anyway, there it is. Did you see SoFi featured in Blackish last night? Everyone, not everyone, a number of people mentioned this to me. I don't watch Blackish. I have no idea what it is. I wouldn't know where to find it. I was probably in bed when it was on. Get up so early. But that's good. SoFi being heavily promoted, that's good. FAI contracts are cheap, cheap, cheap. That's why you get them now. Let's see. What else? Who let the dog out? Let's see. Magic 8 Ball says Outlook is good. Okay. Hey, have Tom Jones on the show. Way better than Yoko. Just bought FAI call contracts for 45 cents for 11.19. Strike of $15. 45 cents. There you go. Look, they go to $20. You got a $5 contract plus premium. Not bad. Now I'm calling it doggy style. I'm betting on GameStop closing at a number between 1 and 1,000. Yep, I'm almost positive that's where it's going to close, between 1 and 1,000 today. Tony, I see what you did there. Yes. Bruce, why don't you get your own Magic 8 Ball and brand it? There's all kinds of suggestions for my channel. I appreciate that. My wife says if I didn't talk, I would say anything. That's interesting. I just looked at my E-Trade GameStop account. It shows a spike to 185 at 3:30, then drop back down to the 160s. Probably a typo, probably a glitch on the system. 167.87 down 12.80 right now with 19 minutes to go in our trading day as we're closing in on the end of the day. Alrighty. Anyway, there you go. Hi everybody. Have we talked about the FAII VGAC notice out today with the $10 buyback offer? Does this mean merger is happening? I really don't understand the notice. They're giving you the option. You can either take $10 back and forget the whole thing, or you can vote to approve the merger, which means you will then get stock in the other company. You will get 23andMe for VGAC, or you'll get the Physiotherapy Center if you vote for the FAII. That's what you're being asked for. So you want to be part of the new company, or do you want your $10 back? What do you want? And there you go. And the shares are just what are they? $9.98 for VGAC, and FAII is $9.96. So you want to make a quick 2 cents or 4 cents. Did you pay $9.96 or did you pay more than $10? There you go. I think I would recommend you go for the deal. Approve the merger. I think your upside is a lot higher there. Just my personal opinion, though. I could be wrong. John Van, if you want to remain married, she's right. Anyway, what can I say? Mr. E is saying, hey, I'm just joining in. Is anyone else's Robinhood account glitching today? Does anyone have a glitchy account at Robinhood? What can I say? 167.81 on GameStop. We lost momentum, but it still looks bullish for now. Let's see. Robinhood equals bad. Weibull equals bad. I remember when SoFi first came out with their Super Bowl commercial in 2016. They were just a non-bank lender back then. They've come a ways, haven't they? They're an $8.5+ billion company now, and IPOE right after listing. It's a $27 value company. Book value $27. It's at $17.40. It's available at a discount right now. But your days of getting it are running short because you've got today, Thursday, Friday, and you got all next week. And then that's it. I think that probably on Tuesday, next Tuesday, they'll start trading. So I think Monday is Memorial Day. John Van, it's not unusual to see Uncle Bruce Steen. Does anyone got a thought? Copper versus aluminum. Anyone? Open up for discussion. Best bet. What's Robinhood? RF is an effing glitch. If you still use Robinhood, you deserve to have a glitchy account. Oh my, never heard of Robinhood. DFE always added. Just remember, the 8 Ball has been wrong before. If I have a glitchy Robinhood account, it's still saying GameStop under 500. I'm stunned you still have a Robinhood account. Robinhood ruined one of my favorite Disney movies. Best Bet says, I vote copper. Maybe yes, maybe no, says Mike Sullivan. 1741 on IPOE, up 61 cents. The high today, 1774. It's traded 4.28 million. GameStop 167.27 cannot break out. It's $3 higher than the low of the day, kinda. Just not getting a rally here at the end of the day. 15 minutes to go. We're not done, but we don't see a rally. Anyway, Auntie is saying get out of Robinhood. Bruce, did you read the news on Reuters about GameStop AMC short sellers sit on nearly $1 billion loss? That came out about 2 days ago. Between the two, $1 billion in losses, it's not a lot of money when you think about how many dollars are trading on this. But yeah, I've heard that. Always interesting to watch that. Golf League this afternoon. I should be here after tomorrow afternoon. No, I should be here after tomorrow at 12 IPOE and 10 FAII. By the way, Memorial Day is on the 31st. That's what I think. Let's see. Uncle Bruce needs a bandana and a magic 8-ball. That's what Bruce needs. He needs and a fancy chair. There you go. Derek J. Mel Brooks, Men in Tights will help you get over that. Robin Hood ruined one of my favorite Kevin Costner movies, or was it Kevin Costner that ruined Robin Hood for me? I can't remember. Jane, I've only used Fidelity. A copper is huge, but I bought both FCX and AA today, both on sale. Bruce, what's a good SPAC on sale today? Every one of them. Bagel Bill, great idea. 556 billion more to go. Drew, my favorite part. Hey, Blinken, Abe Lincoln, where? I don't know what that means. Memorial's the 31st. Calvin, can you take that back? Kevin Costner can do no wrong. Y'all need to watch the West Christian AMA on Superstonk YouTube channel if you haven't seen it. It is really good and explains the 20-year fight against corruption, shorts, etc. Calvin, Robin Hood, Men in Tights stars a young Dave Chappelle too. Interesting. I never knew how to spell shyster. Kevin Waterworld, $100 million flop. I like Mel Brooks' Robin Hood. Thanks, Bruce and Mike. If there was no collusion, how come multiple brokers stopped buying in January unless one person entity gets to just turn off buying for multiple brokers? I just can't see billionaires being silly. What can I say? Bodyguard, that works for me, says Calvin. Fresh and Free, were you playing golf today? Thanks for reminding me. Waterworld is a great movie. I've been researching copper mining firms. Copper price is backing off now, but we're looking at a 5-year gap that needs to be made up with a new mining project. Okay, let's see. I like Waterworld, good movie. For whatever reason, John Cleese saying there are those who call me Tim is stuck in my head. Okay. Resident Fleet, that's a great idea. Mailing Uncle Bruce a magic 8-ball, great addition to the show. I thought it was a shyster, SCHIESTER. There's all kinds of ways, I guess. Maybe there's more than one shyster out there. I don't know. 320 is the down dip now on the Dow. The Dow's down 320 points with 12 minutes to go. Not a good rally at the end of the day, is it? Down 32.98 on S&P, down 75 on NASDAQ. So it's a negative vibe going into the close for the big market right now, from what I can tell you. 166.74 on the GameStop shares, down 13.93. IPOE is holding a gain at 17.33, up 53 cents today. That's really performed well today. AMC at 12.38, down $1.65. Wow. VACQ is under $10. You better get in there and hurry. Get it now. No collusion since our birthdays are a day apart. John Van, what are you doing here? Laughing out loud. Free thinker, Mick Jones, Shyster, SHYSTER. Does anyone have a trading journal log that they really like and recommend? I have no idea. I think the term great movie must mean different things to different people. It probably does. There you go. John Van, Kenny Park, Hartford, Connecticut is a course designed in the beginning of the 20s. Very classic. To moon or not to moon? That is the question. Shyster, says SLG. A condo. So you forgot the bandana per my recommendation. John Van, thumbs up. So you, Bruce. A free thinker. I grant you. That's the question. What does the Ouija board say about the negative beta? I don't know. Colin. Okay. Do you want a great movie? Beverly Hills Ninja. There's fun. There's some fun right there. Best bet. Are the shysters colluding? SVAC. What about that? What's with that? Colin. Airbud. There we go. Airbud. Oh my gosh. 31st is also my 5-year anniversary of my divorce. Congratulations, Mike. Maybe. I don't know. Maya, good afternoon, everyone. I'm late today because I just accepted a new position making about double my current salary. Thanks in part to your inspiration, Uncle Bruce. Woohoo! Way to go. Yahoo! I'm glad to hear that. Free thinker Mick Jones. I don't know what they're doing. Jane Doe, no shenanigans or tomfoolery, please. Calvin, great white ninja. I meant Haro, you are a great ninny. Don't know what that means either. Jack Bauer, John Van, that's really how we talked in LA in the 80s, you know. Farragon, the negative data says, stay away from the Ouija board. No, but the colluders are shystering. Team America, World Police, best movie ever. Farragon, thank you, says Mike Sullivan. Dane Joe, and who the hell is Tom, eh? Nice job, Maya Sanderson. Everyone was kung fu fighting. Way to go, Maya. Maya, congrats. Way to go. Congrats, Maya. Austin, hey there, Bruce. Hope you're doing really well today. I was curious how you guys kept track of things like MACD, Bollinger Bands, etc. in your good old broker days. Did that even matter to you then? No. More buyers and sellers, that mattered. Way to go, Maya. Congrats, Maya. John Smith, if you don't vote yes on the IPO merger, will I automatically be forced to sell my IPOE SPAC shares for $10? This is my first IPO. Sorry. If you don't fill in the thing, nothing happens. You're just going to go with what the majority of the people want to do. If you don't vote yes for the merger, it'll go ahead anyway. You won't be bought out at 10. The only way you're going to get $10 a share for a stock that's trading at $17.30 is if you indicate you want to be bought out at 10. Are you going to be indicating that you want to be bought out at 10 when it's trading at $17.30 a share? I don't think you're going to want to do that, do you? I think you want the merger to go through because it's trading at $17.30 because the merger is going to go through. I would think, hello, you'd want to vote for yes on that merger. Call it, Maya Anderson, to celebrate the new gig. You should give us each a share of GameStop. Since you're doing so well, you can just share it with the rest of us. Oh my gosh. Colin. Jane, Resident Flea, and don't call me Shirley. There you go. John Smith. No, Tom Jones is sexy as fun. John Smith, why would you vote no? I mean, come on. Conduit, Resident Flea, yes, when he shakes that 8-ball, puts on a bandana labeled and sold in the store with the logo, then reads the future. The upside for Bruce is unbelievable. Jack Bauer, okay, Ralph. Beethoven was a fave of mine as a kid. We just lost the great comedic actor Charles Grodin yesterday. I used to enjoy so much when Charles Grodin would appear on the David Letterman show and the Johnny Carson show because the banter between these guys was always hilarious. Just hilarious. Calvin, congrats, Maya. Bizzle, Max E, yep, of Red, the same remining. I have a few smaller mines on my watch list. Okay, you're a miner. It's okay. Hi, observe thyself. Dan Watkins, someone mentioned CTXR on here a few weeks ago. Okay, I picked up some and it's on a move. I forgot what you said about Citrus Farmer, Bruce. Do you remember? Nope, I don't remember. Jane Doe, Maya Sanderson, congratulations. Again, my plan was for IPOE or VGAC to take off first so I could top off the other SPACs later. Stuff's getting busy around here. You got work to do. You have lots of work to do. Maya is saying thank you, everybody. Maya, I'm happy for you. I don't know what it is you've done, but if in any way I've helped you make your life better, I'm a happy guy. I'll tell you right now. I'm just delighted. Observe thyself. Hey, anti-PC, I got a little break at work. Z, I'm check out early today. Finish some work. See you, Bruce. See you, fam. You take care, Z. Have a good one, buddy. We're down to 7 minutes to go in the day. We're trading at 17.26 on the IPOE. GameStop 167.98. AMC at 12.55. GameStop just broke 168 to go to 168.16. The Dow is down 254 with a slight uptick here in the last 5 minutes. S&P down 22. NASDAQ down 44. GameStop 168.06 to 16 right now. We just haven't been able to get to 169, 170 here all afternoon. We haven't seen 170 since about 12:30 this afternoon. It's been that long since we saw 170. It is 140 away from getting there. It's 168.36, but it's just not. It doesn't have any oomph behind it, from what I can tell you. AMC at 12.59, down $1.44. It's better than it was earlier, but it is still down $1.44. Oh my gosh! Woohoo! Let's see. Who else is here? What's going on? As face. Hi, Uncle Bruce. Just turned in. Any update on why all is red? Yesterday was like St. Patty's Day, all green, sad face. Yeah, Andres, it's one of those days. The Dow's been down all day today, and the Fed minutes didn't do much to help it, and it's just sitting at 242 on the negative side. That's what we got. Now, Alexander Pert has become a new YouTube member, and I want to say, Alexander, thank you from everybody on behalf of this channel for joining this channel as a member. You get to use emojis now. You're going to get private messages from time to time. I'm glad you're here. And if the stock market goes up from here, it's all because of you. So there you have it. Now, if the market goes down from now, it's all on you. So there's a lot of responsibility for coming in here. I just hope it all works out. 168.44 on GameStop, 168.82. Maybe you're joining this channel will pop this stock past 169 to 170 before we close out in 4.5 minutes. 169.17. I'm showing that stock right now on GameStop. 169.17. Maybe your membership coming in here has made the difference, and we're about to pop. We'll all bow in your presence if we can get to 170. But if it doesn't happen, I'm just trying to get off the hook myself. Really, that's all I'm trying to do. Best bet is laughing. Laugh out loud. My dad said the same thing when I asked him. He was a partner at a firm like you were. You mean you guys in LA in the 80s all sounded like Spicoli? Welcome, Alexander. Welcome. Everyone is welcoming Alexander because there's no pressure, Alex, but we're all welcoming you. We're all counting on you, buddy. Max, I mean, I guess copper stocks have been doing well. The market catch up, but they still seem undervalued. Welcome, Alexander. If Yoko appears, Alexander, oh, man, my glasses are on. 169.06, 169.18. Oh boy, I haven't used my pitchfork in weeks. Going to ship Bruce some Montreal bagels with a drone. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what can I say? Hey, Kayla. 169.69, really? Or are you pretending that's what it means? I hear you. One small Yoko court, a 370 Yoko thumbs. 169.19, 169.25 with 4 minutes and less to go. The Dow is now only down 188. It has actually got a rally going here. S&P down now 16, NASDAQ down 20. This is kind of the best level in hours for the New York Exchange. This is the best level since the opening. The Dow has not been only down 183 points all day. It hasn't been this high all day. 169.25 on GameStop. Alexander, you're making the heck of a difference. The damn green shirt. Thanks. Just a little Yoko, please. How do we do with autofill? Uncle Bruce, did they ever catch a person who swatted you and Jen? Nope, never did. If IPO doesn't pop, we'll send Tony to Alexander's house. What can I say? We're trying to come up here at the very end with 3 minutes left in the day. They're talking about the end of the day here on the markets. So we're watching the end of the market day today. 1732 on IPOE. 169, 168.88, 169, 169.34. Where's this stock going on GameStop? 1261 on AMC. It is up from the 1214 low, but 86 million shares. That's a whole lot less stock trading on AMC today. That is bad news. Gore's Holdings 1108 down 24 cents. 169.22, 169.25. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go officially. Is there a rally coming anymore? The Dow's down 200 now. It gave up a little bit. Is there a little pop at the very, very end here? What will it be? There is bargain hunting coming in on some of the New York issues. That's for sure. Some of the bigger issues. There's been bargain hunting. 1727 on IPOE, up 47 cents. 168.85 though on GameStop. 168.99. 168.95. I don't know. Can it hit 170? I don't know. We're watching here towards the end now. What can I say? I don't know. I'm loco for Yoko. I did my like for Yoko. The end is near. Are we going to have Yoko coming in here? Because we're not going to get 1,000 thumbs ups. Oh, we're not getting 1,000 thumbs up. You only have 389 thumbs ups. Only 389. Oh, is Yoko coming out big time? Oh, man. There's a medley coming your way. Oh, gosh, I can't stand it. Thumbs ups, Bagel Gan. Hi, peeps. Help yourselves. Give Bruce the thumbs ups. We're now at down 185 in the last minute. 169.10 on the GameStop. Oh, man. If we can break through 170, then we might be able to keep Yoko out of here. I don't know, though. 1,000 thumbs ups might be easier to get. 430 on the thumbs ups. Oh, do we need thumbs ups now? Oh, there's 1,087 of you here, and we are so far away at 437. So far away with a minute to go in the day. Oh, no. Oh, no. Like Mr. Bill used to say, oh, no. Yoko screaming at the art gallery. I'm taking away my like for Yoko. People are saying 169.14 on GameStop, 1740 on IPOE. The market and the Dow down 182 right now. Who the hell is Bo? I'm not feeling wanted. I'm just getting in the car, so I'm in wallflower mode. Do I hear Yoko? 168.83, 168.72. We are coming to the bell. They're ringing the bell. It's over. Oh, it's all over. The bell has been rung over there. 168.84 on GameStop, down 11.83 a share. Came back from that 164.15 low of the day, $4 and about 70 cents recovery. That's all we could get back from the low of the day on GameStop with 4.7 million volume. Nothing to get excited about. Oh my gosh. And the thumbs ups, where are we at on the thumbs ups here? 482 thumbs ups, not even 500 thumbs ups. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's warming up big time. She wants to come out. Oh boy, are we in trouble. What can I say, folks? We were hoping for much better things, but we're just not getting them. On 168.67 in the aftermarket on GameStop, and the Dow lost 163 points. That was the high of the day for the Dow, believe it or not. 163-point loss was the best the Dow could give us. At one point today, it was over 550 points on the downside at one point today. Wow. What an ugly day on the Dow Jones. What can I say? But, 163 loss, that's only half a percentage point. So, at least IPOE hung in there. That's right, at least IPOE hung in there. 17.40 at the bell, up 60 cents. Percentage-wise, that's a good day. What can I say? I can hear the Birkenstocks flopping. She's warming up. Oh, Yoko is definitely coming on here. Oh no, Yoko, your looks, well, they were never there, but your voice like an angel. Going long on Yoko. Yoko is going to have 2 outfit changes in today's show. Act 1 and Act 2 and Act 3. Multiple Yoko wardrobe changes are in the mix here. We only have 510 thumbs ups. Oh, are we in trouble on the thumbs up count? We are in big trouble here. This is not looking good. Yoko is going to have multiple changes from her wardrobe on today's show. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to make of this. After hours pricing on GameStop, 168.98 right now. Oh my gosh, AMC 1264. Social Capital 1740 on the aftermarket. Man, oh man, we're it's grim. Gore's holding up 21 cents in the aftermarket, 11.31. I don't know why, but it is. Oh my. After hours for Vanek at 234, up 42 cents. That was as low as 223 today. That's a $10 gain on Vanek Vectors today. Wow. Home Depot down 30 cents at 314. On the bell here, down closed the low of the day, 309. I'll get it out. But it closed down $2 on the day for Home Depot. IBM closed down 67 cents, and it's still down in the aftermarket. Microsoft closed up 60 cents. It actually gained 60 cents, coming back from a $5 loss on the day. Apple was down 16 cents after coming back a couple of bucks. Wow. Tesla down $14. It did come back about $17 from the low of the day, and Facebook ended up with a 363 gain after being down $3, being down around maybe only up 50 cents at one point. So Facebook was a winner, definitely a winner. GameStop down 11.74 at 168.93, and it's at 168.93 right now on the aftermarket. That's what we have. What's Yoko doing? 526 thumbs ups, people. Oh, we're in big trouble here with only 506. Oh my gosh, we're nowhere near 1,000 thumbs ups. We're in such trouble. Oh, this channel is in big trouble today with Yoko wanting to come out and sing without 1,000 thumbs ups, guys. What am I supposed to do? Hold her off? How do I do this? 527 thumbs ups. We are in such trouble. We need your help, people. We need mercy. We need your mercy to give us some thumbs ups and save us from this debacle that's about to hit this channel. We're about to have 25-minute Beer Barrel polka medley songs from Yoko Ono come on here, and I'll tell you, I got to put something in this cup here because I've only got caffeine-free Diet Coke in here. I'm going to need some help. This is ugly. What can I say? I'm just, man, it used to be so much easier, but it's not that easy anymore. I guess that's what it is. It's just not that easy anymore. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to say. There was a time when life was so much easier. 559 thumbs ups, which I appreciate. Believe me, I appreciate the 559, even the 562 thumbs ups we have right now. Thank you all. But having Yoko doing 2 costume changes because I don't have 1,000 thumbs ups on this telecast. This is grim. Oh, this is grim. What if she puts a bag on her face? Could you have her sing from far, far away? Maybe. Yoko Ono walking on thin ice, first song in the set list. Oh man, I don't know. Get your guitar. Oh, bring on the Yoko. Thumbs up for Ali. No to Yoko. Oh my gosh. Let's get Yoko to start singing, and then you will really get the thumbs up because they're going to want to make that stop. Bruce, if I send you some Yoko vinyl, will you play it on your space age hi-fi behind you over there? I don't want to break it. It's old. I don't want to break it. Life was so much easier collecting baseball cards. Eddie R. Yoko. People ran out on the threat of Yoko. Went from just over 1,000 viewers to the 860 viewers. They're leaving, man. They're getting out of here. They don't want to be part of this after the performance of GameStop. Bring on the Yoko. Oh, your viewer numbers will rise once we all start bragging about our SPAC games. There you go. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. We do the best we can with what we haven't got. I gotta tell you, man, unbelievable. We are really paying the price today for these Yoko's performances. Oh my gosh, we're hurting. I don't know what to make of it. We're at 580 thumbs ups. Oh, we still need 420 more. How is that going to happen? I don't know how that's going to happen. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh, are we up against it or what? I don't know what to make of it all. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. The stocks have a 3-day losing streak going right now. They pair their losses in the last hour of trading, but still have a 3-day losing streak. The NASDAQ almost pulled it out, lost 3.9 points on the day. NASDAQ almost came around to give us a plus. S&P lost 12 points. The Dow down 164 points. Oh my gosh, that is unbelievable. 167.41 on GameStop. Not looking good in the aftermarket either. AMC at 1281 and Social Capital 1740. Man, oh man, it's grim. It's karaoke with Yoko. I gotta be honest. This feels like a Yoko tease. Is Yoko coming out on the cruise with us? I'll make a donation if Uncle Bruce just sings in his own voice and spares us the Yoko. No singing, please. No singing. Uncle Bruce, just describe how sweet beads glistened on Tom Jones. Please, just describe that to us, would you? Oh my God, Derek, I know of that one, but it didn't stick with me like the other. I also love Step Brothers, not his movie, but Cillian Hunters. Best bet, Bruce, tell us a Kitchener-Waterloo Oktoberfest story from back in the day. Please tell us one of those. Buy and hold. We need Yoko Bruce T-shirt. Snap to a product design manager. A Yoko Bruce T-shirt is what we need. Jane Doe, Resident Flea, that's darling to you. That's how we speak in the South. I'm fixing to learn you something. Kara Yoko, sing us the stock prices higher. Oh my gosh, we're in desperate trouble here. What can I say? Bruce got paid big bucks in the day to perform for the greatest generation. Now he'll have to perform Yoko Polka for us, priceless. Finally, some Yoko. I've been waiting nearly a week. Oh no, I'm not responsible for the Yoko, FYI. She has management. Put Yoko on the cell amplifier. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes, I understand. Auntie Jen, bless you. No Yoko emoji. Will you be wearing a Yoko wig maybe? No Yoko. After all this, if I were to sell right now, I'd lose $125.39. Anyone know when the ride stops? I'm getting sick. Bless you, Jen. Oh my gosh, Yoko is driving me away. Goodbye, all. If Yoko goes and yells in the hedges with the megaphone, Bruce, any good SPACs that you followed that went nuclear upon merger completion? Something that can get us jacked for IPOE. It's all going to be IPOE. Imagine Yoko on a cruise, the iceberg shredder herself. Bruce, do you know the stock with the highest and longest year-over-year returns off the top of your head? You're not on the spot. J. Ray, Uncle Bruce, would you hold Yoko's hair? Oh, no, 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 no. Oompa, oompa, doobity-doo, yeah. I think I'm getting a Yoko Mono. Is that Yoko coughing in the background? Uncle B, I have Yoko's agent on the phone, and he said, no more singing unless she can sing far, far away. Oh, man. Oh, Ace laughing out loud. Oh, laughing out loud. Imagine Yoko in your bed the next morning and you don't drink. Oh, no. Yoko has a top-tier legal representative. Careful with the merchandise, Is Yoko too old for you? Uncle Bruce, imagine this group in a trivia session. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Out of control. Out of control. Oh, no. I'm just desperately looking at the channel, hoping to see 1,000 thumbs ups pop up here, but there's only 603 thumbs ups. We're not getting anywhere near 1,000 thumbs ups here. We need 1,000 thumbs ups in the worst way to keep Yoko out of here. And it's just not happening. We're at 603. Guys, anyone out there with those? Anybody have a second device? Anyone? 607. Oh, it's so anemic. Oh my gosh. What can I say, guys? It is what is that? She's there. I know she's just over there. Oh boy, I'll tell you. Oh, it's awful. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to make of it. Thank you all of you for helping out, and thank you for all your help, folks. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know what to make of this. Thank you, Scott Coleman. Can't stay for long, but I can see we're getting hammered, so we want to send you some love to the family. Keep up the good work, Uncle Bruce. Thank you for your donation on my PayPal channel, on that PayPal account. Thank you, Scott. I just noticed that earlier, and I was just remembering to say hi to you. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. Very good. All of you who are booking sessions, we are quickly filling up. However, there is an opening that has popped up for this Saturday. If somebody would like to have a session this Saturday, let me know. 4 o'clock Eastern time, we have an opening for a one-on-one. If anyone is interested, you can book it right now, and I can lock you in there because the rest of the sessions on Saturday are booked up. Saturday is booked up. Next week, Saturday, we got a couple of openings and a couple on Sunday, and then next Monday we have openings for Memorial Day in case anybody wants to do that. So just a heads up, let you know that there's a couple of spots that are available. There you go. Apparently we're hurting for a Yoko today. Bruce, you know anything about a Squarespace? Do you know anything about Squarespace? A friend of mine asked me. It's new on eToro, and I don't know anything about it. Least known in the USA. Hope Depot is one near me, for example. Squarespace went public today on an exchange offering on the New York Stock Exchange. And they were talking about it being worth $50 on the opening, and it opened at 48. And that's all I know. I haven't played it, and I don't know anything else about it. I don't even know the symbol. Don't even know. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Just looking at the comments here. Hi, Bruce from Mr. Mojo Risen. How you doing there, buddy? Careful with that yodeling. The real Yoko may copy strike your channel. Does Yoko do Freebird by chance? Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here, following me. We have 630 thumbs ups. Thank you for 630 thumbs ups. Appreciate that. We would sure love to hit 1,000, keep Yoko out of here. But boy, we are in big trouble today with the thumbs ups quota. That's for sure. We're obviously not. When stocks go down, not very many people watch the show. What can I say? It is the way it is. It's the way it's going. What can I tell you? It is one of those things. The way that market is going. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It is what it is. What it is. Yeah. Multiple quotes right now. 168.12 on GameStop, and 1279 on AMC, and 1740 on Social Capital. That's what we got right now. nothing big happening in the aftermarket. There you go, guys. That's it right there. We're at how many thumbs ups now? 639. 9 more. Thank you. 9 more thumbs ups. Thank you very much, helping us out, getting us through the tough day we're having here. I missed your news. What is it? Also allowed to look at on Bruce's face when I saw only 14 after. It's only 14 after. Oh no. Okay. Thanks for your feedback. Already listening to me and bought 450 of SPACs you mentioned. I have only 350 for this website of SoFi. AT gives us a good feeling about Splayer. Okay, whatever. Bruce, what is really going on at Tesla? What's really going on? I mean, really. I mean, what? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, gang, much love. I'm up to see a man about a wallaby. I started petitioning a no-go at Yoko and Farragut. Stop encouraging him. Do you really like Huey Lewis in the news? I do. Yoko singing Walking on Thin Ice. Behold, Yoko, the stock market crusher. I feel like I'm in jail, and Uncle Bruce is speaking to me through the glass window. Best bet, do you think it has anything to do with the media bringing light to Dr. Burry, shorting it to $500 million? That'll make headlines, but I don't know how serious people will take this. Chris Henry, Uncle Bruce, I voted for the GameStop meeting, but I have no idea if my shares votes are accurately counting for. Is there a way for us to verify the exact number of votes shared we've placed via our proxy control number? I don't know that. I can't answer. I'll sign that petition. Thomas, have a great day. Yes, what is going on at Tesla? Done with the wallflower mode. Yay. Awesome movie, Mr. Mojin. Jane Doe, let's do it. Oh my gosh. Where are we at now? We've got 655 thumbs up, so we're only 345 away. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody, for doing what you can to bring us the thumbs ups today. What can I say? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 168.48 on GameStop. After all volume, for how much after volume? 5,100. AMC after volume of 276,000 at 1278, up 13 cents. Social Capital IPOE after hours volume 111,000, 1739, down 4 cents. 111,000. Wow, it's pretty good. Very good. Okay. Fortress Value after hours volume 270,000, 995. Got some volume on Fortress on the after hours. It's kind of interesting. Anything else trading after hours? Doesn't look like it. 250,000 Vanek Vectors, 233. Holding on. 96,000 traded on Home Depot, down 71 cents, 313.74. IBM after hours, 264,000 at 143.10, down 9 cents. Nothing else is going on here. 1 million traded on Facebook at 313.46, down 13 cents. 3 million traded on Apple. 3.7 million Apple traded after hours. 124.59, down 11 cents. Closed at 124.69, it's down 7 cents on the day. Oh boy, Microsoft 2 million traded, 242.64, down 48 cents. There you have it. Not much to get excited about there. After hours, we have 667 thumbs up, 333 to go. 333 to go, and we're out of the doghouse with Yoko. Oh, she's over there. Oh my gosh, she wants to come out so badly. I don't know what to think about this. Are people just spooked with Tesla? It didn't drop very much. I mean, it's not having a bad time, but it's just cheap right now. Jenna, Yoko doing some chores, feeding the cat, etc. Any more on the info on Discovery and Warner? I haven't heard anything more today. It's been very quiet. That's all I know. Bruce, thanks for sharing. You know that wisdom in stocks, even on those rough days. Thank you. No problem. I believe an email that says you are a shareholder holding X share amount. Your unique ID is attached to your shares. There you go. Yoko has a twin sister and she was adopted. Bruce, you probably answered this question already a ton, but when you were actively trading, did you have a specialty? Trading. Gosh, I mean, I started in '78 and I was active in the market until '88. Until '88. Oh gosh, then I got back into the business again in '97, '98 offshore. And, that was kind of, I did that till, 2007, offshore. So specialty, not really. I was just, I did a lot of advising, a lot of advisory work and management, of course. I was in management and I did a lot of that. I just tried to keep, is Tesla down because of Bitcoin? Probably not. Although People are thinking it, but probably not. This girl's making dinner. Be blessed, everyone. Kayla, you take care, Kayla. Anyway, yeah. Oh my gosh. Speaking of boring, have you ever had a boring month or a year? 1983, 84 was pretty bad. Those are bad years, but you know, you still had to do stuff. Benzinga Social Capital alert Friday, $10 calls at the ask. 400 at 745 versus 178 open interest. What does that mean, Uncle Bruce? If there's that many wanted, if there's a ton of options wanted on a stock like IPOE at 745, and there's only 178 open interest, that is serious money coming into the stock. Serious money wants to get into the option game. There are people looking for a serious move on this company's stock. That's what I think is going on. It's my hunch. That's my hunch. That's a good sign. I like it. Let's see. I think people are your specialty here. See y'all later, guys. Yeah, if you see heavy buying coming in on options contracts, way more than the open interest, and there's way more wanted than offered, and the market is aggressive, that is a good sign that there is some serious interest coming into IPOE on multiple fronts. And the shares are moving up, and they're trading nicely. 226,000 in the aftermarket today, 4.4 million on the open market today. We have had a lot of trading on IPOE lately, on both options and stock, and that's telling me this thing's going a lot higher. There's expectations of a serious move brewing here, and that's what you want to know, that there's some serious interest going on this stock. By the way, 675 thumbs ups. Only 325 to go. Thank you, everybody. So yeah, we'll like that. We will like to see that. Yes. It sounds like especially is what you're doing right now. Calm to me, keeping everybody calm. Well, as a manager, I certainly did this. Boy, did I have to. And as a broker, I did this as well. Keeping clients calm and walking them through tough times. You remember those rough days, some of those rough days. But there were a lot of good times being a broker. When you're in your 20s and your 30s and you're full of vim and vinegar, but the staff are all just jacked up, and we're all just, able to recover quickly for the next day, keep coming back at it again and again and again. It's a younger man's business when you're in the business. And there were always a lot of laughs, a lot of good times. A lot of fun times. Being an offshore asset manager was the most unique experience I've ever had. That was a most interesting couple of years, living on an island in the Caribbean, perpetual summer, and being connected to New York and the Toronto markets and the London markets, and being aware of world news on a tropical island, like a so-called getaway, and you would go out at night with your family to the Burger King, and we would be looking for the monthly sale at Burger King when they had the 99-cent Whopper deal at Burger King. We would head in there, and Jennifer and I would get a Whopper, and Jennifer Jr., our daughter, would get a kid's meal, something like that. And we would watch, it would be humorous because we would watch people come in, Caymanians, who were, lifelong Caymanians. We would see also Jamaicans come in who were like, they were contract workers. Maybe they were, people who were mowing lawns and trimming hedges and operating the leaf blowers and keeping the island perfect. All these resorts were always perfectly manicured. These are Jamaicans. Well, sometimes we'd see Jamaican, like a husband and wife, come in with a couple of kids, and it would be 99-cent day at Burger King, and they would order 12 Whoppers. They'd order 12 Whoppers, and to go, and they'd sit down at the table and eat one, for dinner with some fries, but the rest of them they would take home. And I found out from a friend of mine who told me, she was a Kamani and she'd been there forever, obviously. She goes, "Oh gosh, yeah." She says, "Bruce, There are Canadians and Jamaicans and locals who wait for the sale every month, and they go in and they buy 10 or 20 of these things, and they take them home and put them in the freezer. Without a word of a lie, they put them in their freezer, and then they nuke them up when they want them down the road. They eat them for weeks because they're only 99 cents instead of like $3.49. They buy them at 99 cents, and I can't believe it. I couldn't imagine doing that. I couldn't imagine eating a leftover, formerly frozen Whopper, nuking it to eat it a second time. I couldn't imagine. Always wanted to go somewhere tropical. Whopper Wednesdays, 2 for 2. Yoko sings Rebel Yell with Billy Idol. Oh, man. Yeah. How about Blue Highway? How about that? Oh, yeah. That would be great. The only way Yoko ain't singing today, if GameStop starts ripping, I'd go for a double Whopper with cheese. Nuke fast food. Sounds like they were living in L.A. Frozen lettuce and tomatoes. I don't know if they took any of the ingredients off or how they did it. I really don't know what's going on. Mr. Mojo, Resin, one of your likes, Cisco just announced earnings. Good quarter, but weak guidance for the rest of the quarter, down almost 7%. And it might be a buying opportunity. Look, I got to do my daily Nokia plug and ask you to please look into the company. There's so much that will be happening with them moving forward. But they're Chinese, right? They're a Chinese company. Not interested. Let's see if they're out of China. Don't trust the books. I saw Billy Joel in concert. Must have been great. Best bet. Calvin, how you doing? Interesting on Cisco. Cisco having a rough go of it in the after hours. Let me take a look. Let's see what we got here. Oops. Get this over here and go down to there. Where is my friend Cisco? Cisco. Here we go. 49.14 down 333 from a 52.47 close in the aftermarket right now. Cisco is off at this moment in time. Cisco returns to growth, but disappoints on guidance. They beat their quarterly estimates, but it's the guidance that always gets you. Well, people are going to have to, decide whether the guidance is a little are they sandbagging the guidance, making it too low on purpose. I don't know. Damn it, Uncle Bruce. Now I'm Uber Eats ordering a Whopper. There goes $20. Set it on fire. They aren't Chinese. JC, Bruce, I need some new material or more Yoko so I can create a volume 2 video. Oh no. I don't know if we want to do that. Calvin, please don't do Chinese companies. Yeah, I'm not interested. Isn't Nokia Scandinavian? Well, there was Nokia, and then there was the Nokia telephone producer. Yes, but sounds pretty good for a guy that eats ketchup on bagels. Whopper, Big Mac, Ultimate Bacon Cheeseburger, or Western Bacon Cheeseburger. What's your favorite? Oh, the $6 burger at Carl's Jr. Love that. I'm a Long Island girl. Seeing Billy Joel in concert is my thing. Mr. Mojo, they're in Finland. So you're talking about the Nokia company in Finland. I don't follow them. As you can tell, how can you tell I don't follow them? I don't even know where they're based. I know there's that Chinese company. Is that NIO or NOI? No, whatever. They sell the battery EV maker. I don't follow them. It seems like IPO is being attacked by short bears. Keep your eyes out for a dip. High short volume, few shares available, high borrow rate, jerks. They'll get crushed. These guys will get crushed. Anybody who's going to mess with IPOE is just asking for it. But hey, what can I say? It does what it does, and it'll do what it's going to do, and that's the deal. That's all there is to it. Welcome one, welcome all. 168.48 on GameStop right now. And IPOE in the aftermarket right now is 17.38, down a nickel. So there it is. Okay, Baconator. Billy Joel concert I ever saw was one of the last shows at Shea Stadium. It was incredible. I love the YouTube video where Paul McCartney joins Billy Joel on stage at Shea. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool video. I like that. It's on YouTube. Nokia is not Chinese, but IMHO, they are still Finnish. Okay. Whopper burger only $5.66 here in Finland. Oh my God. Uncle Bruce ever had an In-N-Out burger? Always. Love the double cheese, no onions on In-N-Out. Bruce, I'm sending you an email tonight to get you caught up on who Nokia is. I hope you read it. Thank you, Mr. Mojo. I'll look at it if I can. Montreal sell 2 Whopper for $8 Canadian. Uncle Bruce, vous avec un grand son de l'humeur. Parlez-vous de français? No. I've collected lots of due diligence about Nokia. Well, way to go. I don't follow it. Sorry, Waffle. The microwave is at 7:11 around midnight is a haunting memory for the past. Laughing out loud. Are you into the other boss, Bruce? Bruce Springsteen, a little bit. As in the boss, I like Bruce Springsteen. I don't love Bruce Springsteen. I don't adore his music, but he's cool. I really enjoyed watching Bruce Springsteen come out with Jimmy Fallon when Jimmy Fallon would imitate Bruce Springsteen, or he would imitate Neil Young, and then Bruce Springsteen would come out as himself 30 years ago and come out. Oh, that's classic YouTube fun. You're thinking of NIO, the Chinese battery company, also Nokia. Any of those Scandinavian companies are like at least 20% owned by their government. Volatility ain't something they're going to let happen. What can I say? I just don't follow the stock. Ashley Parcells, we're haunted by some of the same demons. I saw him 100 years ago in Dallas. He had two runways. He would run up and down on his piano. So good. I'm home in my humble opinion. I don't know what that means. Raptor Yeller, don't know what that means. Do you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France? I saw that movie. Hint, they are slowly but successfully sliding into Huawei market space in the 5G networking. The other boss, Tony Danza, Animal Fries, In-N-Out Burger Heaven. Yes. Sharon, Jane, he's still great. His residency concert at Madison Square Garden are amazing. IMO, greatest American songwriter living. Yes, my delivery is almost here. Weed Map saves lives. A Royale with cheese. No, Kia is not South Korean car company. Kia. Got to watch his one-man show on Netflix. Bruce, you changed my mind on IPOE because SoFi CEO is a beast, but there is only one true stonk, and that stonk is GameStop. To the moon, baby. There you go. This is big money. I speak French if anyone needs a translator. Best bet. DQ corrects her. Bruce, you may like a Nokia or BlackBerry as a value play, similar to GameStop in that it's a resurrection story. Mr. Mojo, have a great night, everyone. Bruce, I love you for doing this channel and sending you all the info I have on Nokia tonight. Thank you, Mojo. You're awesome, buddy. Jane Doe, 100 years ago? Darling, how old are you? Sharon, oh my God, there's a documentary called Last Play at Shea about those last two concerts, and Sir Paul's description of getting there is hysterical. They cleared airspace and air traffic to get him to Shea. That right, he was flying in from London, and they let the plane, they moved the planes out of the way to get that plane in there, got him to the gate, ran him through customs. I mean, you're Paul McCartney, just go. And they had a police escort with motorcycles to clear the way to Shea to get him to the stadium, because Billy Joel's on stage. He's on stage, and Paul McCartney comes in. He's on the side of the stage. They're getting his bass, get ready. Everyone's giving thumbs ups. Yeah, he's here. And then Billy Crystal announces Paul McCartney coming into Shea Stadium. I mean, blew the audience away. I mean, nobody knew. It's a great YouTube video. It's pretty cool. Jane SLG, I'm sure he is. I have U2 in Ireland on my bucket list before he retires. Barry, there's something about the smell of Big Macs and fries that brings back memories of my first meal at McDonald's in the 1960s. I agree. That should be great, Jane. Bruce, IMHO means in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion. Well, thank you, everybody. I need all the help I can get. You know, Yoko has more talent than Springsteen, you losers. Galvin, whether or not Tony was the boss was up for debate. Waffle, you two put that free album on my phone a long time ago, and I almost crashed my car. I can't get it off my phone. It was on my old phone. I couldn't get it off. What can I say? Laughing out loud. Resident Flea 100. We were so preserved while down here in the south with embalming fluid and alcohol. We're just so preserved. Best bet. Yeah, Calvin, Ashley. We all know it was Angela. The Go was the boss. Okay, AB. The only company that makes a huge profit on hardware is Apple. Any of these plays like Cisco, Nokia, they are good for a long, stable hold. The idea of the moon is pretty unlikely. Billy Crystal, Rabbit. Love Billy Crystal. Waffle Raptor. I think Bono will be my hall pass. Would be my. He's getting up there, you know. He's got back trouble. Just saying. We all do from time to time, I guess. Thank you, all of you, for being here today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If any of you are subscribing today, I really appreciate it. Thank you for telling your friends to subscribe and have them follow us. We're 702 thumbs ups, 298 away from 1,000. If anyone's new here, anyone just joined this channel in the last hour, please help us out by getting us to 1,000 thumbs ups. Hit that thumbs up button right now. Smash the thumbs up. And if you like Billy Joel, you like U2, you like David Bowie, you like GameStop, you want to get rich, you love America, you give us thumbs ups. If you hate America, you should leave. 708 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for loving America so much. What can I say? 167.80 on the GameStop on the aftermarket right now, 1269 on AMC, and IPOE 1740. There you go. Thank you for coming on in and throwing up the thumbs ups. I appreciate it. What can I say? Thank you. Let's see. Bruce, if you were on death row, what would your last meal be? Boy, those are deep questions. Did you ever hear that death row joke by Bob Einstein? Did you ever hear that joke? Bob Einstein. You know Super Dave Osborne? You remember Super Dave? He was on Curb Your Enthusiasm as well. He just passed away last year. He told a joke about the prison where they had the electric chair, and the warden was standing by the electric chair, and there were three guys, three condemned men had to come up, and the first guy comes up. He's from Italy, and the warden says, "Do you have any final words?" And the guy says, "I didn't do it." And he said, "Get in the chair and take it like a man." They flip the switch, nothing happens, and the warden goes, "Act of God, you're free to go. Off you go." The Italian guy walks away. Then the next guy comes up, and where's he from? I'm trying to remember the second guy. There's the Italian, and there's the doesn't matter. The Irishman. He comes up. He says, "Do you have any last words?" He says, "I didn't do it." "Oh, sit down. Take it like a man. Hit the switch." Nothing happens. 1,000,000,000. You're get out of here. Then the third guy, Jablonski from Poland. Remember, this is Bob Einstein telling this joke. It's not me. Jablonski, you got any final last words? He said, "Before I say anything, that chair's unplugged." Just saying. It's Bob Einstein. Super Dave Osborne jokes. I'm listening, Uncle Bruce, every day. All OMW to home of 1.5 hours. U.S. market opens at 4:30 p.m. local time. Welcome, Passy, to the show. Ashley, have a fabulous evening, folks. You too, Bruce. Super Dave. He was funny. Fergan, I like. Hit the like unless you want the Yoko David Bowie sound and do it. Love Super Dave. Thank you for all you do for us, Uncle Bruce. Sorry, I run with some T-Rex friends that are Super Dave, super pancake heads, and I think it rubbed off on me a bit. Best bet, love that. Tom Green or Red Green? Oh, man, Tom Green or Red Green? What can I say? Thank you all for joining me today. How are we doing for thumbs ups? 722 thumbs ups, 724 thumbs ups. Not bad. That's pretty good for a small crowd tonight. Can't really complain about how many thumbs ups I'm getting from such a small audience. I appreciate all that. Appreciate you all being here and hanging out with me. And Jennifer's over here. She's crocheting right now, and she's got her headphones in, and she's listening to something on her iPhone and trying to be oblivious to what I'm saying so she doesn't have to listen to my voice all the time. Can you blame her? I mean, would you want to listen to my voice all the time? I mean, by choice, but I mean, really? I mean, come on. Thank you, everybody. Love that you're here with me. What do we got? 137. Rabbit, don't associate with those short-armed pancake eaters. J. Ray like that. Where's my Yoko? Jen is listening to Yoko. That's what she's doing. She's listening to Yoko's greatest hits from the 70s and the 80s. Listening to all the duets, and you remember when they had those albums that came out where they just all the bands had a fad where they just played all their hits with acoustic guitars. What do they call that? Unplugged. So she's listening to Yoko Unplugged. I'm sure she's listening to Yoko Unplugged right now. Bruce, could you do radio? How about a bench clearing hockey fight story? Oh my gosh. Jane Doe, have a good night and sweet dreams. See you tomorrow. We love hanging out with you too, Bruce. And give us a scenario on Friday. If we end with IPO over 1750, 30% short interest, why don't we have IPO over 20 with a short interest of over 30%? They're not as bad as you think. Imagine how cranky you'd be if you couldn't brush your teeth. Just got to keep an open mind and dialogue. I have no idea what this guy's talking about. Anyway, there you go. I do remember a hockey game between the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames back in about 1984 or so. Those are the years where the Oilers were winning Stanley Cups and Gretzky was at his best, and they had just a great team. and they would come down to our town, Saddledome, Calgary, and they would usually just beat us, and we would find all kinds of ways to lose to these guys. It was just unbelievable how we would find ways to lose to these guys. Uncle Bruce Chat, have a great night. Tomorrow's another good day. Thank you, Resident Flea. And so what would happen was the Oilers would come into town, and we'd be up like 3-0 at the end of the first period, and we'd be up like 4-1 with 8 minutes to go. It would just be great. And then these guys would find a way to come back and beat us. It was they 4-2, and then we'd get a penalty, and it would be 4-3, and then they'd pull their goalie, and with 30 seconds left, they'd tie it. We'd just tie these guys, or they beat us in the last minute with the go-ahead goal. It would be so frustrating. But I remember one year, I was 84, I don't know, and Lanny McDonald was playing for the Flames. It was his glory years. Dougie Risebrough and Jim Poplinski and Tim Hunter. We had a bunch of big guys. They had a bunch of big guys because the fisticuffs would take place. They had their Dave Semenko and all their Dave Brown and a few other instigators. Well, second period rolled around and there was a fight, and there was this episode where Doug Risebrough was at the time in his last couple of years as a player in the NHL. He used to be in Montreal, and he was an antagonistic kind of a guy. Smart though, really smart. Could figure out a way to get under your skin. And the Oilers and the Flames were down in the Oilers zone, and Gretzky was in the corner, and Risebrough was trying to get the puck, and the puck squirted up the boards, and everyone started heading down to the Calgary zone. But Gretzky and Risebrough were in the corner. They were all tied up with each other because Risebrough was kind of tying up Gretzky so he couldn't join the fray, because that's the last thing he wanted was Gretzky on a 2-on-1 or something like that. So Risebrough was kind of tying him up, and then it would tug on his jersey, and Gretzky was just let me go, and the referee was kind of trailing the play, watching these two, and Risebrough would just touch Gretzky's leg with his stick, and Gretzky would fall like he just got shot. And Risebrough was looking at the referee going, he's clearly diving, and Gretzky would get up because there would be no call, and then Risebrough would touch him again, and Gretzky would fall down like he just got shot again, and the referee wouldn't call a penalty, and Gretzky's like, what's going on here? And Risebrough's going, no, he's clearly diving. And he did this 5 times in a row, going all the way up the ice to center ice. The crowd stopped watching the play. And we're all watching what's happening at center ice between Doug Risebrough and Wayne Gretzky. It's just an absolute joke. We're just loving every second of it. Anyway, one of the tough guys for the Oilers picks on one of our guys, and then the next thing leads to another. Next thing you know, you got everyone squaring off. Well, for a while there, it was Risebrough and it was Kevin Lowe, who was a defenseman for the Oilers. Kevin Lowe was coming in to defend Gretzky against Risebrough, as if anyone's going to punch Wayne Gretzky. Anyway, Risebrough gets Kevin Lowe's jersey off of him, and it's a 5-minute melee, and I don't know if the bench is cleared. They could have. But it turns out that Risebrough is escorted into the dressing room, and he has Kevin Lowe's jersey. And Kevin Lowe's skating around without a jersey on, and he's picking fights with anybody else. And there's 25 guys in the ice. They must have had a bench clearing brawl. We had many. The glory days of the NHL. Anyway, while in the penalty box with Kevin Lowe's jersey, Dougie Risebrough decides to see how sharp his skates are. And he starts to take the jersey and put his foot through the jersey and starts to slice the jersey up into pieces. And what he does is he doesn't put the jersey into separate pieces. He basically shreds the jersey so that the front of the jersey has these slice marks all the way down here, and on the back, all the way down on the back like this. So if you put the jersey on, you can still put your hands through the sleeves, but the jersey is all shredded. And he then takes the jersey and flips it over the glass into the penalty box for the Oilers, because he knows that Kevin Lowe will eventually end up in the penalty box as well as many others. And sure enough, eventually all the Flames have 5 guys in their penalty box, and the Oilers have 5 guys in their penalty box. And Kevin Lowe, some guy hands him his jersey, and Kevin Lowe is looking at his jersey going, what the hell happened to my jersey? And he's showing it to the referee like, look what happened to my jersey. It's been shredded. Oh, the crowd loves every minute of it. Of course, Risebrough's sitting in the penalty box like nothing's going on because the referee didn't see him throw the jersey over the boards, over the penalty box. No one saw that. Oh, my gosh. Those are the greatest days of all time. Most of these games, well, some of them were televised, not all, but maybe this was one televised. But Oh, we couldn't beat him in the scoreboard. We could at least beat him in the alley. I mean,
And the NHL censored Harvey.
Well, that's right. We the Flames had a mascot. We still do have a mascot called Harvey the Hound, and he joined the Flames when the Flames joined the Calgary in 1980. And Harvey the Hound is the person inside that costume. The first 5 or 6 years we watched this mascot was just a genius in comedy routines.
Yeah.
He did everything. He had all these comedy routines, and I remember the first time we saw it, we couldn't believe it. What happened was the first intermission was being had, and they were surfacing the ice with the Zamboni, and Harvey had arranged that a spotlight would be shone down on the Flames players bench, and the rest of the audience, the rest of the stadium was much darker. So people sitting in the stands during the intermission, eating their popcorn, having their drink, and watching Harvey. What's Harvey up to? And he comes out and he takes a white tablecloth, and he puts this white tablecloth over top the bench. And then he comes back with two wine glasses and puts them down on the table. And then he comes out with a bottle of wine. It looks like a bottle of red wine. He puts that on the bench, all in this beautiful linen. And then he comes out with some kind of a stuffed Edmonton Oilers life-size doll of some kind with an Oilers jersey on it, and he has it sitting on the Flames bench. And he done this at the end of the bench so that the Edmonton doll could sit up against the boards behind it, so it could be propped up. So there's this Oilers doll sitting there, and there's this linen with two wine glasses and a bottle of wine. And then Harvey goes away, comes back, and he's got a tuxedo bow on, and a jacket, a nice tuxedo jacket and a bow. Oh, very formal, and sits down on the other side of the bench and pours some red wine in each glass, and then takes the wine glass and gives it to the Oiler mascot, and holds the mascot's hand with the glass in his hand, and then picks up the glass for his other hand, and then has a little toast, and then cheers, the clinking of the glasses, and Harvey has a little drink, and then the mascot shoots the wine at Harvey's face, and just shoots the wine and like an insult, and Harvey's just like, and the whole crowd is like, oh my God, what is happening? And Harvey's just going, it's all right, it's all right, and he puts the glasses down on the linens, and it's okay. And Harvey just cleans himself off from this wine that has been splashed at his face. Remember, this is a mascot, and he's just going, hey, it's okay, audience, it's all right. And he picks up the Oiler doll, and they go skating together on the rink. They go skating together. It's like dancing.
His feet are tied to Harvey's skates.
Oh, they somehow he tied the feet of the doll to his skates, because he was wearing skates. And the doll and Harvey are skating around the rink, and it's all great. And then they come to center ice, and the audience claps. And then he unbuckles the doll from his boots, and he lays the doll down at center ice. Of course, the rink is all surfaced now. It's all perfect. We're coming into the last 3 minutes of the intermission, because we know the players are coming out in a couple of minutes. He lays the doll down on center ice, and then he starts skating around the rink on his own, and the crowd is cheering him on. He goes all the way down to the end of the rink where the net is, and he's got his arms up on the net, and he's going, come on, cheer me on. The crowd's going, yeah, because they know what's going to happen. And sure enough, he comes barreling down the ice from the end zone over the blue line. He comes to the center ice. He does a swan dive and lands on top of this doll. And they slide all the way down to the other end of the rink. And he's pounding the bejesus out of this doll and smashing its head. And then he picks it up and he throws it around, and he throws it 20 feet in the air and goes after it, so that the melee is on between the mascot and the Oiler doll. The crowd is going insane. There's 20,000 people going nuts before the players even come on the ice, wondering what the hell is going on the ice. Well, the players can hear it in the dressing room, wondering what's going on. Harvey is just taking this mascot to town. Anyway, grabs the mascot, and off they go. And they're off the ice, and now the rink is ready for the players. We heard that next week that the NHL has informed the Calgary Flames. has informed the Calgary Flames that the mascot, Harvey the Hound, will no longer ever employ the usage of an Edmonton Oiler mascot or any other team mascot ever again in a intermission show. But we got to see the first one, and that was a pretty good time. So that's a little story for you from the Calgary Flames glory days. And this would be like a Thursday night. This would be a Thursday night, and this wouldn't make television. It wouldn't be on TV because it's during the intermission for the fans in the stands. Well, within a week, the whole town knew what was going on. The whole town heard about it because everybody told everybody else. Oh my gosh, did we have fun? Those were crazy days. Those are the good old days about Harvey the Hound. Oh my gosh, those were good times. What can I say? And the other thing he once did, he was a real genius and physically strong. He took a hockey stick and then he took a broom handle and he somehow drilled them together end to end. So he made the hockey stick about 12 feet long. And then he attached a hockey skate to the bottom of the hockey blade. And he taped it on somehow and attached it. So he had this long stick with this skate on the end of this 12-foot long, stick. And he would come out to the rink, and the Zambonis were going around, and he would wait for the Zambonis to the outside of the rink, and then they would do the inside, and then it would finish, and off they would go. And what he would do is he would get on the Flames bench, and then he would stand on the boards, the hockey boards, and on the riser, and then he would take the blade, and he would take the stick, and he would use it as a third, as like an appendage, like a crutch. And he would walk along the bench until he got to the end of the bench where the glass started. And on the boards would end, and then there would be about a 2-inch piece of board, and then the glass would go up. So the glass is sort of, the boards were about 6 inches wide, and in the middle would be the glass going all the way around the rink. And he would stand on that little piece of 2 inches of the top of the board, between that and the glass, and hold himself up with the stick. And he would walk 1 foot over the other, very difficult, in a costume, looking out the mouth of this thing. And he would try to walk the entire rink, do the entire rink without falling down.
Like pole vault kind of.
Well, he would get to the penalty box. He would get to the penalty box, and the door would be open. And he even got to the corner of the rink, and the doors would be open. And how would you going to get? And one of the rink guys would come out, and they closed the corner doors for him so he could go. But the one time, the maintenance guy closed the doors, but he didn't lock it. And so Harvey was starting to go down the corner door when the door started to open on him. And down he went. And he went chasing after the guy. The crowd was screaming at him, "Go get him, go get him." So he'd go back and he would try it again. And about the third time, lucky, but at the penalty box on the other side, the doors will always be open. He'd have to jump 3 feet over the gap to get to the board on the other side, and he would have to use the skate as his crutch to do it. No one would leave their seats and go buy popcorn. We'd all be watching this with great interest. Oh, Harvey the Hound, what can I say? Those were good days. Anyway, stories from way back when.
Highlight of the hockey game for our daughter, that's for sure.
Every child in that rink, they wanted to watch Harvey the Hound, without question. Such good times. Anyway, miss those days. Lanny McDonald, the guy who could do no wrong in Calgary, Oh, we loved him. And we still love Lanny. He still lives in Calgary, and he's a granddad many times over. Lanny, if you're out there, we love you. 758 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. 168.04 on the GameStop in the after hours. 1742 on the IPOE. Not much going on in the after hours. We're going to shut this thing down and give it a rest. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, 8:30 Eastern Time. 8:30 Eastern Time tomorrow morning. We'll be live. We'll do 3 hours tomorrow morning, 1 hour before the opening and first 2 hours of the day. Let's see what these SPACs want to do as they get closer to their big day. And let's keep an eye on GameStop and everything else. Don't be surprised if the market opens up with a bit of a run tomorrow, because it had a bit of a run in the last hour today, especially the last 20 minutes. There might be some momentum to the upside tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But thank you, everybody, so much for being here. I'm going to grow a Lanny mustache, says Best Bet. Have a great night, says Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. And good evening to all of you. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Jennifer and all of you out there who are following us. We love you. We will see you tomorrow morning. We'll have some more fun then. In the meantime, take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Get your shots. Wear your masks. Social distance. Don't you get sick on me. Thank you, everybody. Godspeed, people is right. Thank you. Good times, y'all. Thank you. Take care. And we'll catch you tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Time. Bye for now from Creston, British Columbia. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.